Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So here today I'll be explaining you a game that is a catch the ball game with the help of Pygame. Okay, so in Python we have Pygame which we can import it, okay, and we can use it to create any kind of gaming application which we want. Okay, so basically Pygame is used for creating the gaming GUIs. Okay, so right here in front of you there is a code which I have written wherein it's actually catch the ball, wherein what you'll have in the screen is you will have a screen, okay, wherein you will have the paddle. As the name suggests, there would be a paddle, okay, like at the bottom of the screen, which you can move it towards your left or towards your right with the help of the arrow keys in your keyboard, okay, in order to catch the balls which are coming from the top. Okay, so there will be random balls placed which will be coming at its own speed, okay, and you have to move this paddle in order to catch these balls. So if you are unable to catch the balls, if any one of the ball drops down, it doesn't come to the paddle, then at that point of time the game will be over. Okay, so how to create this particular game? So for that, first of all, as you see, I have just taken imported Pygame, sys and random, three things I have imported. Okay, so in order to run your Pygame, you have to initialize it first of all. So Pygame dot init you have to write. Now comes up like we have in our game there is a paddle as well as some balls are there, right? So these are like constants of your game. Okay, so the balls and the paddles, right? So inside constants, if you see, I have width, height, width, paddle height, okay, ball radius, I have blue color, and white color balls as well. So that means inside constants, what you have to do, the paddle width you have to give, the height you have to get. Paddle means it's just a rectangular shape which can be moved to right and left with the help of the arrow keys, okay, and that will be blue in color. Okay, so that's what I have given over here. Similarly, you can customize it according to your requirement. And I have also taken the FPS. Now, what do you mean by FPS? FPS means frame per seconds. Okay, that means at what rate these balls will be, coming down to this particular paddle. Okay, or in terms you can say like at what rate these balls will be coming down so that you can catch it with the help of your paddle. Okay, so that comes inside constants. Fine. Next, you have to create the game window, right? So the gaming window should be there. So for that, screen, okay, and then py display. So the mode will be set like width and height should be there for the gaming window, right? So width and height we have already mentioned, 800 600, that will come up over here as a parameter. And then you have to display it. So the display caption I have just mentioned, so py game dot display catch the ball game, right? These things are now done. So what things are done, we have created what elements are needed to create the game, and where to place those elements inside your gaming window, right? These things are done. So next thing is to work on with the paddle, with the ball, and with the clock, like what should be the frame per second rate. Okay, so next, paddle, if you see, so inside paddle I have just mentioned paddle equal to py dot game rect with paddle width, height, paddle width, and paddle height. So basically over here I'm just trying to put in the rect function. Okay, if you see over here, py dot game rect rect, wherein width, paddle width, height, paddle height, these things, these parameters is being taken by me. Okay, and the numbers can be changed. Okay, these can be changed according to your requirement. You can change it. So basically I'm just trying to give the paddle a proper height and width so that I'm able to catch the balls. Okay, next comes up the balls. So balls equal to just the brackets. That means infinite numbers of ball will be coming up. Okay, now in order to control the frame rate, like what should speed the ball should come up, I'm just taking a clock equal to pygame.time clock. Okay, this is the clock function which will help me to control the frame rate. Okay, now comes up how the balls are actually coming. So what things you need to take care, those things will come up inside the uh, while loop, or you can call it as a game loop. Okay, this part is the most important for any game if you are creating with the help of Pygame. So what happens over here? So suppose in the gaming window we have, okay, our paddle, fine, and the balls are coming. So what we have to see inside the while loop, first thing is, like, we have to see the movement of the paddle. Okay, so the paddle should move from left and right. I mean, you can use the arrow key in the keyboard and you can move it left and right in order to catch the balls, right? So in order to move the paddle key with the help of the arrow key keyboards, there is function. Okay, so key is equal to py.game.key and get pressed. So whenever the keys are pressed, so if it is left, then it will, use this if condition. If it is right, then paddle.x plus equal to 5. So plus minus, you have to just adjust it. Okay, that's for the paddle inside the while loop. Next it comes up like how you will actually handle the balls which are coming, from random positions, right? So for that you have to just write if condition and random you have to use the function over there. Okay, so inside the function just pass on the parameter. These are random values I have taken, you can use it yours as well. So I have taken 0 comma 100 and less than 5 colon. Okay, so whenever it is less than 5, the new balls will be created and randomly it will be coming up, and then the parameters you can pass on which you have taken into the constants right over here. These constants parameter you have to just pass on that. Okay, next comes up how to move the ball from up to down of the screen. So for that there is a for loop I have taken. So for ball in balls, wherein ball dot y plus equal to 5. That means basically I've created an x and y axis wherein whenever it will check ball dot y plus is equal to 5, if ball dot direct function you have to use. Okay, that means what this particular line actually means. So here if this is the window, the balls are coming up. Okay, so it will make sure that there is no collision between one ball and the another ball, so that there is a free fall of the ball from the top to the bottom of the screen. Okay, and there is only a paddle which you can operate in order to catch that particular ball. Okay, now we have to also check for the balls reaching the bottom, right? Then only it will say game over. So for that there is another for loop. So for balls in balls, it says if ball dot y is greater than height, right? Height means this one. Okay, it is greater than height, so that means if I say this is the height of the whole GUI or the game, so when it reaches down to here, the height, then at that point of time the game is over. That means you're not able to catch the ball. So that point of time, print game over, and then you have to quit it. Okay, that means the window will get closed and you will come back to the terminal where you have started. Okay, next you have to draw on the screen like how the ball should be placed, how the paddle should be placed. So for those you have to use pygame.draw, which will have screen, and the paddle color is blue, the ball's color is blue, you have a white screen over there. Okay, and for the frame rate capture you have to use clock.tick, and inside this you can write FPS, but FPS can be changed. Like you can write at what rate you want the ball to fall down. Okay, so you can write like 30, 45 seconds, 35 seconds. Okay, but it should be less than 60 seconds, because if you see on the constants which we have created, FPS we have denoted as 60. Okay, so let me quickly show you how it actually looks like. So this is a terminal, I'll just open it. Okay, so when I press enter now, so if you see, this is what it looks like. Now it got over. It says game over. Why? Because I didn't move the panel and I was unable to catch the ball. So I'll just write Python. Okay. And I'll try to move the panels. So see, this is how you can move the panels. Right. But now if you see, the balls are coming quite fast. So what you can do, you can adjust the FPS right over here. Like I want it at 45 if I mention. And I save this off. And if I try to run this again, okay, and enter. So now if you see this, I can move it again. Okay, let me write it. So see, the rate of the ball is now, you have to move it faster so that you don't lose the game. So that's how you can create a game with the help of Pygame. Okay, and you can also control the rate of the ball. I mean, like what it is coming. So it will show over here that game over. Okay. So if you have any queries in related to this regarding the source code, you can comment down in the comment section. I'll help you out with the link wherein you can get the whole source code and you can try it yourself. Okay. Thank you.